Hey everyone, this is going to be short simply because once again I have no idea how it is 8:38 in the evening. It is Tuesday the 26th of September 2023 and I'm exhausted. I'm always exhausted, but I will say I've had an emotionally up and down day. But I have hope again, so I'm very happy about that. I probably should clarify I'm talking about uni. My doctor, amazing woman, as we know. I am beyond gutted that I couldn't film it, but the amount of brain power it would have taken me to double check that everything was updated before I deleted videos, which is what I did when I filmed my therapist video. I just figured I'd relate all back to you. But at a much earlier time. I must admit, when I got home, so it's been interesting, yeah? I literally was asleep. As soon as I uploaded the last night's video to my website, I was asleep, yeah? It was like 6:30. And my alarm went off at 7, and I was like, I don't even know why I didn't wake up, why I didn't actually get up, because obviously if I'd been to bed at 6:30, well, that's 12 and a half hours sleep at that point. But I ignored everything, or actually, I take that back. I think I remember one going off. There's always, when I set an alarm, which, as we know, I'm not a big fan of, I always have to set multiple ones throughout my house, right? It's just unfortunate that the two new ones I got from IKEA that were supposed to drive me absolutely insane are white noise, just like literally everything else. I can sleep through everything pretty much. Anyway, right. I have so fucking many stories to tell you all, right? Like a good sit down, anywhere from, as you guys know me, I've got a lot of stories backed up, believe it. It's not that I don't want to sit here and tell you all about them right now. I would love to, but my limited brain power is university and functioning until I get to the end of this unit. And then, as I said to my doctor, because I had a cry and I had my meltdowns, and of course she told me I was catastrophizing, and I'm like, yep, cool, I can see that. Tell me how to fix it. That would be fantastic. She did tell me a story, which really helped. I got to be honest and say I'm trying to work, I don't know if she would have told this story with the camera on because it was a very personal story, but she does everything else with the camera on, so I don't know. Anyway, not my story to share, so not going to share it. All the stories I have to share will be done as soon as this is done, and then I have a break. And when I say I have a break, I still very much need to book in tutoring sessions. Like, I should probably even look at that. I was going to say tonight, but at the rate I'm going, first thing in the morning will be okay. Because, of course, this is not my last unit, as I would love it to be. But I have one last over trimester 3, and I just got to get through that, and I am done. And I'm really, really focusing on the fact that I've stuck it out. I'm still doing this. It is driving me literally insane. I actually said to my doctor at one point, I seriously feel like I need to be in a hospital. I was like, which is weird because it's only in relation to university. Everything else in my life is really good. And the universe sort of like showed me that in a really wonderful way today. And it was like, so I naturally woke up around, it was before 8:30, but after, like in between sort of like 8:10, 8:25, whatever it is. And I remember waking up and just thinking how refreshed I feel, which was nice because I haven't woken up feeling like that in as long as I can remember. I quickly spiraled. Something to do with messages in uni, and anything to do with uni just triggers me at the moment. Like I'm so behind to watch my own videos, but like I literally don't want to watch the videos from back at the beginning of this trimester because that would be really, really bad for me in this moment. Yeah. Anyway, I had my chiro, which I was on time, early for, funnily enough, which was awesome. And I drove straight to my doctor's because, as we know, my doctor's is like an hour away. And I was like super early because I knew I had like an hour gap. It turned out to be 45 by the time I got there. And notoriously, my doctor is late. Yeah. Anyway, so I get there and I'm like, I'm just checking in, but I'm super early. I think it was like 11:45 and my appointment was at 12:30. And my doctor's waiting area has changed. So by the time I walked down there, she pretty much just came and got me, and I was like, well, that's interesting, because this morning before I left, well, first thing I realised, I couldn't find my glasses, so I spent about 10-15 minutes panicking because it's really hard to look for something when the something you're looking for helps you see. I truly thought at one point I was going to have to cancel both appointments, which, let's face it, everyone knows in this world, if you cancel something less than 24 hours in advance, it's a 50% cancellation fee, which sucks balls. Thankfully I found them. And yeah, it worked out amazing because the patient before me hadn't arrived and I'd arrived so early. So my doctor just took me straight in. And I'd already spent the morning reformatting the notes that we all know I've got, right? So it's only the last 5. So I don't have to worry about it going back to week 1 when I'm driving. It's just week 6 to week 10 or week 9, I think it is. Which again took me a fucking little while to figure out, but I was doing all right with the clock, and got all that done. Like I said, something triggered me on a message, so I had cry. I cried in the shower, but then I started feeling better. And like I said, I did all the stuff that I needed to. I had everything I needed because I thought I would have like 45 minutes to an hour to sit in the cafe and study. Didn't need to. Got home early. Awesome. Cassidy's birthday is in 2 days. So it's Tuesday today. Our extension finishes tomorrow. So I've got the special consideration and she doesn't. And her birthday is the following day, so on the 28th, right? And I had to I knew what I was getting her. Like, she watches some of my videos, so I'm not obviously going to say it. But it took a bit of fucking around and a few phone calls and stuff to get it right, and that took up some time. And I was feeling down again, and then up and down and all over the place. And then she reminded me that there's a support video where one of the lecturers goes through and explains everything in great detail. And yeah, that is where the little bit of hope's coming from. I do get it. I obviously have been overcomplicating it. I am catastrophizing. I know all of this. In the moment, it doesn't always help, but you know, I'm putting the right things into play, and that's the most important thing. And at about 10 minutes. Nope, 10 minutes right now. That's it for me. Oh, I am going to say I spoke to this wonderful person at a wonderful store, and I can't mention anything else about that because, like I said, Cassidy watches some of my stuff. She probably isn't watching now. We got school stuff to do, but just in case. Anyway, if you see this, you know who you are, and thank you for being so awesome. Sending you all love. Good night, everyone.